Hey, how's it going? Just wanted to say happy Indigenous History Month, Aboriginal History Day. No, it's Indigenous Peoples Day today. And then it's also it's like Inuit, First Nations, and Métis month, History Month in Canada, which is interesting. It's fun. Definitely look up some of these resources. These are all government resources, but they're pretty good. They have a lot of information here. The other thing you could use the government websites for is you can actually see like where a lot of our reserves are and stuff, and you can actually see kind of who's near metropolitan areas, who's kind of further away. A lot of the reserves up north are having a lot of issues with clean water and suicides and stuff like that. So there's a lot of stuff that still needs to be addressed. That's still going on, and I actually have like someone from my reserve. Her name's Autumn Pelche. She's like a water protector, and she's been on a couple things with Greta Thunberg and stuff. So it's good to keep up on this stuff. You know what I mean? It's super interesting, and I'm glad that they're kind of having a month for this. It's funny because I thought February was Black History Month, January was Gay Pride Month, but this month, June, is also Pride Month, Gay Pride Month, and then I thought September was Native Pride Month, but I don't know. Maybe it depends on the organization that's hosting it, but it's got a lot of good information here. It sucks that we can't really celebrate too much because of the whole COVID thing, but it's nice that they have these things, and yeah, it's good to think of the missing children. Now, I was pushing one topic I'd like to cover as well is just that I was pushing that they should continue the investigation. All right, so Ani, whatever. Okay. I was pushing that they continue looking into Mohawk Residential School. There's actually a group. It was deemed a conspiracy theory, and these guys were talking about how the Vatican and church going people were actually preventing them from doing ground scans at the Mohawk Residential School. And the reason I was interested in this is because it's near me. I think it's like 30 minutes away. I think it's near Hamilton. And what the story is that they actually they demolished the original res school, and they rebuilt like a memorial, a museum elsewhere, and that's why on original excavations or originally where they sent people to go look for children or any wrongdoings, they sent them to the memorial site where this guy, I forget his name, he brought ground penetrating radar, and I think they found some things, but they weren't allowed to continue. They were only given like a certain square footage to look through. And if you know anything about res schools, like my grandmother was at St. Joe's. My grandmother was at St. Joe's. She ran away from there, obviously, because of the conditions. But there's I think about 100 or 80 res schools strewn across the country. And it was all the same thing. It was all hideous cases of abuse, children going missing. It was children dying from conditions like that were unbearable, and they were essentially being systematically assimilated into like another culture and taken from their parents and stuff, which is totally not right. But if they actually did look into like just look up like most res school sites, like I'm sure you'd find like hundreds and hundreds of bones of fucking kids, which is messed up. But I would not be surprised. And it's just funny. The one out west, they found recently a mass grave, a children's grave, which is sad. And I'm glad this is finally coming to like light, to where actually mainstream media is actually reporting on this stuff. But there are hundreds of these schools where it was the same conditions of the same things happening. So like, let's dig up a couple more, figure that out, and deal with the lack of clean water up north in Canada. That's been happening since forever. Since those ads you see on TV to help, those poor children in Africa. I'm not saying you shouldn't sponsor a child in Africa. I'm just saying You know, I remember seeing a lot of those ads when I was a kid. Not so much, oh, hey, your neighbor 6 hours away also doesn't have clean water and he's suffering, and you know what I mean? So it takes a lot of research because there's a lot of different reses, there's a lot of different issues, but it seems the further up north you go, the more secluded a community is, the less you hear from them, the more difficult it is for them to prosper. You know what I mean? So, and Canada's huge, right? So, you know, it doesn't take a lot of imagination to figure out, you know, which communities are struggling and need help. Yeah, I'd like to just bring that up. And I hope, I don't know why this Twitch thing's here. Anyway, I usually stream on Twitch, so that's why. But I wanted to bring this up here and just post this for today. I'm Ojibwe. I'm from Manitoulin Island in Canada. And we actually preserve the Anishinaabemowin language, like one of the only few reserves that do. We have like a learning app. If you go on Google on Google Chrome, you can look up the Wik-Wemikong Aboriginal Learning App, or Anishinaabemowin Learning App. Let's see here if I could get this up. Show this here. Oh, good. Anishinaabemowin Learning App. Just trying to make this as raw as possible. All right, I'm not editing this. Thornton Media. Oh, okay. This looks just like the one that our res developed. There we go. Here it is. So here's ours. Let's see. Do we have the link? Not found. Interesting. I wonder if we got bought out. Okay, this is what the app looks like. I have the app on my phone as well, if I do recall. Here we go. Wik-Wemikong Anishinaabemowin Learning App. Now, I'm not sure if it's still up. It seems like it's this Anishinaabemowin Niwasa Head Start School presents this free. Interesting. But yeah, that's what you get when you look up for the app. But there is one from my actual reserve. It exists. I don't know why it's such a pain to find, but this is an article from 2014. Interesting stuff. Things are always changing, and this is what I mean. It's good to keep up with it, but it's difficult if you live on a res and like you don't have good internet. Like most reses don't have internet. Like we don't have good internet. Like my buddy lives in Christian Island. It's like not even like 6 hours away from here, and he has like satellite like garbage internet. He has to hook up to Starlink just to get a decent connection. Starlink isn't even that great of a connection. It's good for like if you live in buttfuck nowhere, but anyway. Struggles with actual natives in our country, you know what I mean? It's not like there's like a giant communities of like native people that are like have businesses, and like we have downtown metropolitan fucking native lands. Like there's some casino areas, but you know what I mean? There's a lot of squalor and issues going on that need to be addressed, and the government talks a lot of BS, and they don't follow through. But anyway, let's not worry about that. Let's celebrate First Nations, Inuit, and Métis people culture, and just raise awareness. Raise awareness, help your communities, donate to local communities that need help. Raise awareness about Indigenous suicide and the issues with potable water in residences, at reses. It's just ridiculous. It doesn't make sense to me. That blew my mind. I learned about this a long time ago, but it's been going on for years and years and years of just there's reses that have no fucking potable water. They have no drinkable water. It's ridiculous. And like huge suicide rates. Like it's sad. I kind of understand like way up north, like the Inuits, like sort of, because like there's like really nothing out there and the cost of living is insane. So, but luckily they have the old ways that they preserve and the land that they preserve, and not a lot of people go up there and ruin things. So a lot of people colonize that and toss Doritos and Cheetos bags into the whaling into the whaling ices there, ice holes. So yeah, they're all different varieties of struggles and environments, and Canada's a big place, a lot of stuff to look into, and a lot of people not doing research and making excuses, especially right now in the government. There's a lot of people making a lot of excuses, saying that we're doing everything we can to help you and we're taking care of you, but actually delivering no information or any type of evidence. All we see is Justin Trudeau, blackface, we scandal. Anyway, let's not get into politics. Once again, tangent, it's 10 minutes. Happy Indigenous Aboriginal Month. Happy anything else month. And let's just raise awareness and be good people. All right. Well, that's all I had to say. Have a good day.